What's up, guys? It's your boy, Trumpsy Gamer here, and as I promised, this is our Raw review for the Raw After Mania. I'll also be doing a SmackDown After Mania as well. So let's kick it off. How did we start this big party with the Raw After Mania? Well, let's see after I have a sip of my Coke. Good stuff. Anyway. Of course, Stephanie McMahon comes out, and, she's got her arm in a brace, I'm hurt! Ronda hurt my arm! Oh, boo-hoo! Cheer for me! Give me sympathy! Yeah, well, the New Orleans crowd, they weren't buying Stephanie's little act, that's for damn sure. So, she's trying to act like, Ronda's, she's trying to act like, Ronda's her friend, this and that. And she says, I can put you over as a huge star, this and that. And it looked like, Ronda's gonna buy into it, gives her a hug, but then as soon as she hugs her, she kind of pulls back and has this scowl on her face like this. She grabs her arm and immediately walked it right down her armbar. And Steph, like a bitch, was going, let me out the arm! Let go my arm! Let go my arm! And she's tapping like a madman. So yeah, that's how we just started the Raw After Mania. We started the Raw with basically Ronda pretty much beating the shit out of Stephanie. It was great. And what was funnier was JoJo was saying, can we please have a little respect for Stephanie? And the New Orleans crowd, they just booed even louder. They just booed about it even louder. I mean, it was crazy. And then we had Alexa, the former champion, come out. And, actually we had Nia come out first. She had a match. A tag team match. And then Alexa and Mickey came out. And Lexi starts, body shaming and this and that. And she's like saying, deep down everyone knows you're cold as ice. That's why you don't have a partner. And, well, Nia says, shut up. Shut up. I do a partner. You know who it is? Ember Moon! And the people just went frickin' apeshit! Ember Moon is a partner? So yeah, everybody went apeshit. Heck, even I did. I flipped out. I didn't expect Ember to be up here so soon. I mean, sure, the Raw After Mania is famous for having coughs and this and that, but Ember Moon was the last person I expected to come up. But anyways, Mickey and Lexi took turns targeting Nia's knee, and eventually she made the hot tag to Ember, who pretty much just went crazy on Alexa, and of course delivered the beautiful Eclipse for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Ember Moon's on Raw, as I guess Nia's back up against Alexa and Mickey. Important to note that Alexa and Mickey have been lobbying for a trade to SmackDown because the WWE Draft, or the Superstar Shakeup as they're stupidly calling it, is next week, Monday and Tuesday. So you could see Alexa and Mickey head to SmackDown. You could see Alexa take over as leader of Absolution. More on that in a minute. You could see a lot of things happen. So we'll see what happens next week. And let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, immediately after that, from NXT also, no way, Jose, no way, Jose. He shows up, he debuts, and he hits the wind-up punch to this guy John Scholar, who usually shows up on NXT to job people. He shows up, takes him out in 10 seconds just about for a quick win. And then later on in the show, I think right after that, Strowman came in with Nicholas, saying they had to relinquish the Raw Tag Team titles because of a scheduling conflict for young Nicholas, him being in the 4th grade, still being in school. But he says when Nick's done with school, they're coming back for those, being the tag team titles. I guess that's what he means, like, they come back after Nick's let out for the summer. I don't know. But in any case, I don't think it's actually going to happen. In any case, Angle schedules a tag team eliminator to see who will face the bar for the tag team titles in Saudi Arabia at the Greatest Royal Rumble on the 26th of April. And first match was the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson against the Revival. And eventually, Anderson had to make a babyface comeback. But eventually, the Revival they work over, they work through the babyface, come back, and the Revival hit the Shatter Machine for the 1-2-3. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins came out and everybody was red hot for him. They were saying, "You deserve it," and Seth made a joke that was the loudest burn it down he ever heard in his life. And he can finally say that after all the ups and downs, Seth Rollins is back, baby. And he mentions finally catching up to Dean and Roman. In that all three members of the Shield are Grand Slam champions, and Grand Slam Rollins has a nice ring to it. And, Finn comes out, he mentions that he deserved to win the title, and he correctly reminded Seth that he didn't lose it. But, he wanted he wanted the first shot to challenge for the title. Seth was all cool with that, but then, of course, Miz comes out. He starts whining about apparently that Rollins winning makes Miz and Maurice cry, and that makes Miz cry, apparently, which made the crowd popped massively, and Rollins, with the burn of the night, said, "Everybody cries when you try to wrestle." So yeah, he actually said that. And then eventually, the Miz Taraj and everything came out, and Miz said, "I'll invoke my rematch clause at Backlash." Looks like Seth and Finn are outnumbered, right? Wrong. Or however the hell the song starts. Loaded hits, and Jeff Hardy returns! Yeah, baby! The charismatic Enigma is back! But yeah, Jeff Hardy is back, baby! But unfortunately, it looks like they're gonna, unfortunately, he's not gonna be in the Woken Matt stuff, at least right now. Hopefully he doesn't get drafted to SmackDown, but we'll see. Because I actually want to see him as Brother Nero. And then, of course, Sasha Banks and Mandy Rose face each other. Bayley's there as support for her so-called friend. Eventually, Sasha runs into Bayley at ringside. Eventually, they go outside the ring, and Bayley's looking to hit Mandy, but her shot is misfired. Mandy ducked, and she actually clocked Sasha instead, allowing Mandy to throw her back in the ring with a running knee for the 1-2-3. And then, after the match, like I mentioned yesterday, Paige, of course, delivered an emotional retirement speech that had me pretty much in down spirits there tonight. But as we all know, that was a short-lived downer because she, of course, became the new GM of SmackDown the next night. But yeah, as far as active competitor, for at least right now, hopefully it's not a permanent retirement, but for right now, Paige is done as an active competitor. So that pretty much leaves Mandy and Sonya on their own, unless perhaps instead of moving to SmackDown in the draft, maybe they get a new leader. Like maybe Alexa takes over as leader of Absolution. I would like to see that. She could use more backup than just Mickey. 4-on-1 against Nia Jax, that'd be pretty cool. But we'll see what happens. But hopefully Sonya and Mandy can work well by themselves as a duo if they don't get a new leader. Who knows? Maybe Paige will draft them over to SmackDown, winning her old Absolution teammates over there, showing signs as like a power struggle. Paige books them favorably to give them easy access to championship. Maybe she starts favoring them over the other talent, showing that she's still a heel rather than the babyface she appeared to be on Tuesday. Well, we'll see. What else? Oh yeah, Elias came down. He's saying that, "Oh, I'm the biggest musical star," yada yada yada. And then who comes out? Freaking Bobby Lashley makes a return. He hits a neck breaker. Actually, he hit a power slam, and then he held Elias up in a big ass stalling neck breaker. So that was a pretty cool moment. We haven't seen Lashley since 2007 at WrestleMania 23. And then, Heath Slater and Rhino come out. They want an open challenge. They'll say, "We'll take on anybody. We'll do it for Heath's kids." And then, what do you know? Authors of Pain on the main roster on Raw. They just run through Heath and Rhino, hit the last chapter for the 1-2-3. And then right after that, it looked like Akam and Rosari kind of told Paul Ellering to back off. So I guess maybe they don't want him managing them anymore. I guess they figure with Ellering being 64, they don't want him to run through the whole grueling main roster schedule of having to travel of having trouble about 300 days a year. Maybe Ellering will go back to NXT and work with the younger talent. But anyways, we'll see what happens with the Authors of Pain. Maybe they'll immediately get drafted to SmackDown. We don't know. I doubt it because they just debuted. Same thing with Jeff Hardy just coming back. But we'll see. We'll see. And then Roman comes out, cuts a promo saying everything felt off. Lesnar re-signed, found out a steel cage with the internet. He says no matter what happens, I'm gonna leave Saudi Arabia with the Universal Championship. And then you hear dun 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 bum 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 bum. That's right, Samoa Joe is back. So yeah, he basically is saying that every time you face Brock Lesnar, you wind up losing. And after you lose to Lesnar at the Greatest Royal Rumble, I'll be waiting for your backlash to put you to sleep. So yeah, Joe is back. He's got this whole thing with Reigns reignited, so that'll be fun to see. Who knows what's gonna happen in Saudi Arabia? My money is that he takes the title off Lesnar finally, and Lesnar just sulks back to UFC. We don't know. We'll find out. And then next up, you had Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt officially tag teaming together with this whole expedition of gold against Titus Worldwide. The two just kind of mowed through Titus Worldwide as Bray kind of does a feint Sister Abigail into the twist of fate for the 1, 2, 3. They move on. We'll see what happens. I mean, as long as this leads to Bray getting a strong face run, maybe even a tag team title run with Matt, I am perfectly happy with that. And earlier in the show, you had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn saying, they wanted jobs because of a vendetta on SmackDown. And Kurt made this hilarious joke that, hey, my tag division's full, but... Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. It itches for some reason. But anyway, Kurt made this joke that my tag team division's full, but I hear TNA is hiring. And I was like, he did not just say that. But anyway, those two, go after it for about 10-15 minutes. And eventually, it's a double 10 count, so neither of them win the contract. I don't know what's going to happen now. I mean, do they wear masks and try to get employment that way? Who knows? And then we have the 6-man tag, Jeff, Seth, and Finn versus Miz and Miz Taraj. And, it's a typical TV main event. Jeff makes the hot tag, and eventually Seth gets tagged in. Fans are chanting "Burn it down" like crazy. And Seth curb stomped the Miz for the pin, and then eventually, and then Finn hit Miz with a coup de grace, and then Jeff hit Jeff hit him with a swanton. Then they did the same thing to the other two. So basically, the babyfaces stood tall, getting all the momentum in the world there. So who knows what'll happen there, but we'll see about what happens with shakeup next week. I just hope everybody gets to the proper places. I honestly don't want to see Sasha drafted, so we can finally have this Bayley Sasha program. Maybe like one of my buddies on Twitter said, maybe they'll have Bayley turn heel and head to SmackDown and join up with Carmella. A heel Baymella thing. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, that's my Raw review. A SmackDown review will probably be coming after NXT because it's almost 8 o'clock when I'm filming this. So till next time, it's your boy Charm signing out. Remember, if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to join the Charm Nation today. And also, if you have any video game requests, be sure to leave them in the comments of this video or on my Twitter feed at CharmCity25. So till next time, peace out, and hopefully nobody gets screwed up in the WWE draft next week.